This boy and girl are doing a photo shoot. The girl says, the whole car should be in the frame. Click on it. Just then, a boy passes by and sits on a bike nearby to take a phone call. The girl sees him, gets angry, and says to her husband, DK, look how your bike is also sitting. Her husband gets angry and says, I'll teach him a lesson. But the girl says, no? Then wait, I'll teach him a lesson myself. Does he even have the guts to sit on such an expensive bike? Then she pushes the boy and says, hey, get out of the way. The boy says, hey, what kind of misbehavior is this, ma'am? And who are you? The girl says, forget who I am. First tell me, how dare you sit on this bike? Do you even have the courage to sit on this bike? Do you know how expensive this bike is? Then the boy, still on the call, says, wait a minute, I'll talk to you later. And to the girl, he says, what kind of behavior is this, madam? And why did you push me? The girl says, because this bike is ours, and you were sitting on it. That's why I pushed you away. The boy replies, what's wrong with that, madam? What if my bike got scratched? The girl's husband says, hey, what if you get a scratch on your bike? The boy says, what are you saying? Getting a scratch on a bike isn't a big deal. The girl says, oh, really? Sitting on my bike gives me a scratch. And if you want to sit on such a bike, do one thing first. Earn some money, buy your own bike, and then sit on one like this. Got it? The boy says, ma'am, I have no desire to sit on your expensive bike. I was just passing by while on a call, so I thought I'd sit here and talk. And yes, ma'am, you should never be proud of money, because pride in money ruins good people. The girl says, there's no need to give a lecture. The big mistake people like you make is that you forget your place. The boy replies, look, madam, you're talking to me very rudely. I've been tolerating it for a while now, but you have no right to speak to me like this. Then the girl's husband grabs the boy's shirt and says, you don't even know how to talk properly. The boy says, first of all, please remove your hand from my t-shirt. Otherwise, if I lose my temper, it won't be good. The girl says, hey, leave it. If you hurt him and he gets injured, you'll have to pay for his treatment. And who knows if he even has money for that or not. Her husband says, yeah, you're right. If people like him come here, it'll be an insult to us. Anyway, your photo didn't come out well because of this. Come, I'll take another one. The girl says, yes, you're right, but don't sit on this bike again. Then, standing near the car, she says, insolent fellow, he ruined my mood. The two of them start doing their photo shoot again. Meanwhile, the boy takes out his car keys and presses a button. The car lights blink. Seeing this, the girl and her husband are shocked. The boy walks up to them and says, the way you got me off your bike, now get away from my car. The girl asks, is this your car? The boy says, yes, this car is mine. And that's why I was sitting on your bike, because you two were taking photos here. And I'm not a coward like you. If I were, I wouldn't have let you take photos like this. I think you people have just come into some new money. That's why you're showing off. And remember one thing, the pride of money destroys goodness. So be careful. And yes, I don't get scratched just because someone sits next to me. If I wanted, I could have said a lot to you because you were touching my car and taking photos. But I'm not that kind of person. And yes, madam, a person should be rich not with money, but with their heart. Now move aside. I have to take my car out. Then the boy gets into his car and drives away, while the girl and her husband stand there, embarrassed and speechless. That boy truly deserves